I don't know if this is an actual picture or a composite, but Bob is standing in front of a bench that I sat on and gave a clinic back in January last year. And my invisible staff has been bugging me to make a video that puts the video that I took while I was giving the clinic in real time, actually talking to some people in the Oval Office at the time for part of it, and put it online and make it, or at least the parts of it that we can make public. So here it is. I waited and procrastinated. I really want to do it, but now I think it's probably a decent time to do it. This picture was taken, I don't know, 2 weeks ago after the special counsel's report was submitted. Bob went to church across, I think it's H Street there. Where he's standing is right over where my right shoulder is in the video that's to follow. Obviously a well-conceived message. It's a relay race. Bob and the Angry Democrats did their lawyer thing, and here's the information science thing. I actually wrote a piece, and this is an excerpt from the piece that I just wrote. For the record, I thought the lawyers did an excellent job in a lot of ways. I made this video that follows on January 27th, 2018. It was in Lafayette Park, as you can see, right behind where Bob was standing. And it was a breather for me and a chance to review some of the tactics that we had set up around the White House. I left that part out, but I left in some of the color commentary. It's January 27th. I'm in front of 16th Street in Lafayette Park. I'm sitting here. Right now the air is clear, which is unusual for me. Boy, I'll tell you, that hotel was a disaster, a real gas heaven. Hang on a second. Flip the camera around, see my neighbor's house and office, and see my palace. Well, we're having some fun, I guess, trying to figure out if and what to do. A lot of bad guys out today. They seem intent. I had them at the hotel. I had them outside when I was walking around. Okay. Isn't she beautiful? And that the hidden wonder. Anyway, there were gas attacks outside as I was walking. We were using mules, we had ether, we had nerve gas, we had all kinds of stuff. I got back to the hotel and the elevator was gassed with the matching nerve gas. So I walked all the way down the corridor, talked to the perp who was in charge, got on another elevator. They didn't expect me to go on, and then the fun began on the 7th floor where I was. They have mules all over the place there. That was the place that was supposed to go down and didn't. Oh, I had a window open. The wind was favorable, so the ether wasn't too bad in the room, plus whatever else was in there. At least it wasn't total nerve gas today. I did have to leave a hotel earlier this week because the wind shifted and the rice and bushes started coming through the door and I started getting jangling. This is the only place in town that's safe right now, reliably, and I can sit down. Otherwise I have to carry stuff around. Home sweet home, I guess. When we were cleaning this place up in September and October, I never thought we'd be cleaning it up for me. I thought we were doing it for the Secret Service. Amazing. Came in handy. That is a nice house. It's a little big for me, but it's a nice house. I'll do something with it. The reprieve turned out to be short-lived. I'm of the uninformed opinion that we need to thank these knuckleheads for coming and surrounding me again and showing Secret Service the tactics, and the Army. Thank you very much. Unbelievable. You know, I said if I lived another hour, we'd get another 100. Next hour might be about 25. Might be about 2,000. Who the hell knows? I know you guys get the feed real time, and I just got a marker that Oval Office is looking at this. I think it's fascinating. I mean, this is what we've been doing for a long time. And you know, they got all the traps. They're trying to close them. It's kind of funny. It's been a pretty rough couple of days, but we have a banner week between what the guys did out in Davos and what we were doing here. I mean, last week we were ready to just cash in our chips and say that's it. And the morons wanted to play double or nothing. This is what we're doing. Well, President Trump, let me put it to you this way. What are we making him do today? Come into our backyard. We'll get him. They're having a lot of trouble here because of the wind. Where it's coming from and where I'm sitting. I might sit here for a while. Might really make them nervous. My old job used to be, by the way, to stir up stuff. Here I sit outside my palace and I'm not even allowed in. I need to be gassed outside. I don't even think they treated Nicholas like that. I must be the czar. The real one. They treat me like that. Like czars and palaces. We don't have kings in America yet, according to the official news. Thinking maybe we need to cut down all the trees here, put in a parking lot so that we can see one next to the other. That would be a good idea. It's kind of funny, we're sitting around knowing this stuff, and all these people who want to show us what democracy looks like, according to their chant, they're actually showing us what Pickett's charge, adapted for modern times, looks like. God, is this stuff wooden. It's robotic. Between editing the feed to put online and editing what I put online, we had about only a few minutes of footage that I could use. There was an entire lecture series about who was doing what to whom and how, as we were going about educating some people as to what the idiosyncrasies were and the types of things we were studying at the time. Then a year and a couple months later, we had this photo taken and then sent up. I appreciate it. It was really good for my morale. Got me to laugh for a couple of days. Still does.